Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another political episode. Donald Trump is doing very well in the general election when it comes to polls. It is predicted for him to kind of win by multiple points, possibly the popular vote, if he keeps this up. Now, how is this going up? How is this happening? Why is it happening? Could it be because of the indictments? I personally think it's more because of current events. The Biden administration is very unpopular as of right now. Joe Biden's approval has been falling. We have seen the current rise of inflation and gas prices, and the kind of inappropriate performance of like John Fetterman and kind of the Democratic Party in general. And we have seen a lot of hypocrisy with the left, and it's pretty obvious that the Democratic Party is trying to rid Donald Trump from a second term by constantly indicting him in the same year. Very unrealistic, but they still did it. It became apparent to the American people that this is more of a political purge. So yeah, Donald Trump has become a victim. Donald Trump has become a victim, and people actually feel bad about him, and so much so that a lot of Americans, like Black African Americans, Hispanics, they feel for Donald Trump, and he has somewhat rose in the Black vote and Hispanic vote. Let's remember, Donald Trump is probably one of the most African Americans and most Hispanics than any other Republican president ever. I say this because you go back to the electoral presidential elections. I'm not actually going to do it. Like even Ronald Reagan couldn't decisively. He did win a lot of Black African Americans, but an African vote was still very tied to Walter Mondale in 1984. Same thing with Richard Nixon. So the really big thing here is that Trump has managed to unite Baptist conservatives down in the South and evangelical Protestants in the North, and all around. He's basically uniting the conservatives and ditching out the rhinos, which aren't really conservatives. They say they're conservatives, but they're all in it for the money, as we know. So let's take a look at our map here. This is our map of the polls. You'll see Donald Trump is still stuck at 287. I am really tossed up with Arizona. Arizona is technically more of a toss-up. But even without Arizona, like let's just say Biden wins Arizona, that's not a big deal because Trump still wins. It's Pennsylvania that Trump is kind of holding on to. And let's take a look at Pennsylvania. We had taken a little video on that. Donald Trump's holding Pennsylvania by 47% here. Technically, Donald Trump has won a recent poll in Arizona. This is what's currently keeping Donald Trump up in the polls. Here, you'll see, yeah, Biden did win a couple polls through April to July in Arizona. But back in August, Trump was back in the league in the state of Arizona. And in Georgia, a week ago, Donald Trump won a huge win in the state of Georgia. A poll coming from September 8th to the 11th showing Donald Trump defeating Joe Biden by 9 points in this key swing state. A state that voted for Joe Biden by a tiny bit. And a state that ended up ditching Republicans in the U.S. Senate in 2022. Can Donald Trump take the state of Georgia? Now, according to these polls are saying, yeah, it's going to be a very close race. You'll see Joe Biden has won close polls. I would say November of 2022 was a close race. Same thing. It goes back and forth. But yes, polls like this are going to continue. So this is our map prediction. Has not changed at all. However, Georgia has gotten leaned more towards Trump, while in Michigan is looking pretty close. A new poll coming in Michigan shows Joe Biden winning by 3%, coming from a poll from September 7th. That is a close race. As of right now, the recent Trump victory was in October 28th, 2022, almost a year ago. So far this year, we have seen Biden victories and 2 ties. So this allegedly is saying, yeah, this is going to be a Biden state carry, most likely. I definitely see Michigan going to Joe Biden, although polls do align. It might be close according to the August 1st poll. Wisconsin isn't moving at all. Our latest poll in June, Joe Biden doing very good in there. However, I want to see current poll. I haven't seen any polls as of right now from Wisconsin. Nevada is also looking good. So in these key swing states, Trump's looking pretty good. I would say Trump has good chances. Although Republicans can't push off and say, "Oh, Wisconsin, terrible poll." You can't say that with Michigan either. Well, although, yeah, I think it's ridiculous that Wisconsin's going 10 points for Biden. It's like acting like it's Minnesota or something. And believe it or not, Minnesota didn't even go 10 points for Biden. Minnesota went 9 points for Biden. But sure, close enough. Whatever. You want to round up? That's fine. Absolutely. But yeah, this polls in Wisconsin are suggesting Wisconsin pulling a Minnesota here, and I think that's ridiculous. And Michigan, which has gone full up to grabs for Democrats in 2022, is looking a close race. That is ridiculous also. So what do you guys think here? 2024, realistically, expectationally, is everyone's game, and you have to think that way. You have to think that way, that Joe Biden, he could mobilize the issue of abortion and use it against Trump. Trump, sure, recently modernized his abortion stances, but that's not going to do much good if Biden is pushing the progressive agenda of trying to constantly weaponizing and using Trump and blaming the overturn of Roe v. Wade on him. That's going to make him look bad already, despite modernizing his abortion views. So what do you guys think? Yes, Trump is in the lead. Yes, if we had the election right now, I think Trump would win. Absolutely. But guess what? The election is not until a year. So anything could happen. Anything can change. Cross your fingers and pray. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next political episode.